All right, we're back, guys. Again, we get into talking and we start talking about wrestling, and just time just keeps going on and on and on. So we're back again. We're gonna finish talking on to Anthony Ashnault. We want to talk about his career now, what he's doing, and where he's moving on from here. So keep tuning in, guys. What's up, guys? What's up? All my boys are on. What's up, Darlene? What's up, Palmer? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? We'll wait for him to come back on, and we'll get ready to rock and roll. Yeah, man, he has a lot of good insight, man. A lot of things he's talking about. Um, you know, he's a fan favorite at Rutgers. And listen, I love Soriano too. I really want him to come back, and I hope that he is part of the program again. But we don't know. We don't know what he's going to do. So time will tell, and we'll get him back on now. All right, you should be coming back on.
What's up?
We're good. We're good. All right, cool. So, what I mean, we're good, Dale, and your relationship with Frankie Edgar and Steve Rivera, all these guys down at Central Jersey. You're around. You've prepared Frankie for some of his fights. You've been around all those MMA guys. Is that something in your future?
No, not right now at all, man. My passion is competing in wrestling, and I'm looking forward to opening that up a lot more. The only reason I didn't really compete recently is because I've been injured after the 2019 Senior World Team Trials, and first competition back was Pan Am's. But I plan on competing, man. Whenever we get through this as a country and as a whole the whole globe gets through this COVID-19 thing, and the world gets back to normal, I'm looking forward to competing. And I think I'll compete a lot sooner than later for sure, man. There's already opportunities in the mix and presented, and I'm excited. Maybe some all-star matches or something now that things are pushed back. So I'll definitely be involved in competing soon.
Well, definitely keep us updated on whenever anything that you're competing in. And then make sure you put on your social media so we can definitely watch and support. We're dying to watch some wrestling again. We're dying to see you guys back on the mat. Hopefully sometime in August or September, any tournaments coming up. And I really do think that you will have potential to get on that team. You've been at it a while, and I've been watching you wrestle freestyle. I mean, I asked Yanni the other day, what do you like better? Did he like Scholastic? Did he like freestyle? Without hesitation, he says freestyle.
Yeah.
So what's your choice?
Folk style without hesitation.
No, all right, cool. Yeah, all right. But you're
I grew up wrestling folk style forever, and I didn't wrestle freestyle till probably 7th grade summer was the first tournament, maybe 8th grade even. And I think I'm really good at top. I've drilled a lot of top in my life in programs I've been at, and I love turns, love back points, love pinning people. I think it's just something for me that just in my nature of wrestling is folk style.
Yeah, I mean you do a lot of tilts. Like I love my tilts.
Yeah, I think New Jersey wrestling, man, like the way if you grow up in a public school system, you go to the high school matches, it's like you're not really doing a lot of freestyle as a kid.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we do well though. I mean, when we go to Fargo, I mean, a lot of kids just a lot of kids just focus on just getting the takedowns and not really too many turns. They just get takedowns,
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about. Okay, so we know what your ends are. I don't know if that's your end or my end. Okay. We got a lot of kids on here, a lot of my guys too, that we're hoping to see if maybe you'd follow them on Instagram. Guys, maybe if you guys shoot me some names at Cordoba Train Wrestling or in his inbox, maybe he'll get you some follows. I know you got a lot of fans out right now. What's that? I didn't get the.
Yeah, I said slide it. You got to slide in the DMs.
Okay, yeah, guys, make sure you go in his DMs, but do it right after this, so it's fresh in his mind, so we can get him.
Yeah.
You can start requesting you guys. Start
Yeah,
texting you guys. All right, so get in that DM right there. Um, Another thing I want to ask too about your future. I mean, do you want to coach eventually?
yeah, definitely want to coach.
At what level?
I'm still figuring that out. Um, I would, I'm gonna think I'm gonna end up in the college level pretty soon, but I don't know that for a fact. I'm committed to competing, and I'm excited about it for sure. And I really believe in myself to win the Olympic gold, man. And when you're an Olympic champ, things could definitely change. So, um,
100%.
for right now, it's focusing on that goal and crushing what I could crush within within this time period right now. Just doing what I can do to stay in the best shape that I can be in.
Nice. So we talked earlier that you've been busy. I mean, like you said, um, you started to slow down a little bit on the camps and clinics that you were doing just to focus on your training for freestyle. But you've been a part of like, different companies. I want you to talk a little bit about maybe working with Scrap Life, working with Eat Clean Bro, and how's that going?
Um, Scrap Life's great, man. Like we were talking about before, kind of about a shoe. Like growing up as a wrestler, I really never thought that I was going to be a professional wrestler. Like I read Henry Cejudo's book when he won the Olympics in 2008, and I was about like 13, 14 then, and I was like, cool, like I could win the Olympics, like that's pretty cool, like that's the highest level. And like now growing up and getting to do it all almost, and being at the level where I'm competing for potential Olympic spots and things like that, and getting sponsored by a company and wearing their clothing or having them print Mob and an AA Ashnault on it is just for me it's the coolest thing, man. And seeing kids wearing it, parents wearing it, my family wearing it, it's like it's still surreal, man. I can't even like describe like the feeling. Seeing it is just like dang, like it's pretty cool.
So I don't even know the answer to this. I was gonna try to find this answer out myself, but I thought I would just ask you right to your face. What is mobbing? I think I know what it is. Where did it come from, and how did that all come about?
Yeah, so it came about. I was hanging out with my friends freshman year of college, and we were like rapping to songs and rapping to just beats at one point, and then it turned into like turning songs on, and we are hanging out rapping to songs, and it was just like one of the lines I threw out there in one of the songs. I was just like, "Schnalty be mobbing all day," and that's like kind of how it first stuck. Um, and then one day I made it my Twitter name, and I went into practice, and my coaches were like busting my chops about it. So like I kind of just like I had to stick with it at that point. I was like either go back on it and never go to it again, or stick with it forever. And I stuck with it from that day. And then my friends really started calling me Schnalty or Schnalty be mobbing or mobbing a lot more often. And then it really like didn't take off till my senior year. Like I kind of used it as getting into like another identity as a wrestler, as a competitor, and really taking my game to the next level to be able to put on that game face where it's like you could be a great guy off the mat and be a great person that's very humble and has a great personality and um, easy to talk to. But when it's time to be a competitor in a sport like a combat sport like we do, sometimes you got to get into another zone. And definitely the mobbing thing helps me get there. You know, it's like it's a little bit of a dark, like harder phase of just like I'm gonna go out there, compete as fiercely as I can within the rules, but it's definitely gonna be fierce and intense. I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna leave it all out on the mat. But to me, that's kind of what mobbing means. But it's definitely a deep meaning for me.
Yeah, I mean, you can take that many ways. That name, mobbing. I mean,
But
anybody.
you go on the internet and you Urban Dictionary, it's like not the best term to come up. So I feel like I always got a little bit of explaining to do when the topic comes around, but I really am not scared about the topic. Like, it doesn't mean that at all to me, man. It's not a mob, like a gang kind of thing at all.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not where my representation lies with the word.
Now, were you able to like trademark that at all, or?
I've had like talks about it with different people like on my management team, but I mean like I'm really not that big time yet, so
Do you work with Malcolm Sports?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Is that who manages your professional career?
Yeah, they manage my professional career and give me different kinds of opportunities, whether it's anything from speaking engagements, podcast opportunities, man, clinics, etc. All the way up and down the line, and it's just a good relationship in general to have both ways.
Wasn't Kevin Mount, was he a state champ? Kevin Mount,
State runner up,
state runner up. Okay,
yeah,
cool. Well,
for
that's cool that
Manchester.
you're from Manchester. Yeah, well, that's cool that you're part of a something like that, and there's a wrestler behind it. And
Yeah, man, and he's a Rutgers football player, and he
remember
was
that.
like he was the strength and conditioning coach for the wrestling team one year. My brother was on the team, so it's like it was just a good relationship that I had through Coach Goodale, my family, and him, and I already knew him, so it was just a smooth relationship. It was easy.
Do you have any like future endeavors or anything? Any other like people you may work with in clothing lines? Anything else that you got going on that you're starting with?
Uh, to be honest, like I just take opportunities that are presented to me and either expand on them or accept them or turn them down. All like I've had some great opportunities given to me and presented to me, and I've taken a lot of up, but I'm grateful for that. But there's nothing right now within myself that I'm going after or exploring other than just my wrestling career. Um, I just really, I'm really just after excellence, still trying to perfect my craft, trying to get better at it every day, still tweaking little things within my positionings and in techniques, and that's where my focus really lies, man.
Nice. We talked about earlier about you getting your ever having your own wrestling shoe. I see over here,
We got
Dodo
Dudu.
loves kid. Yeah, 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 yeah. You
We
ever
got
make any
Dodo.
shoes for you?
He made me shoes last year. I was supposed to wear them for nationals, but they weren't just fully broken in for my comfort going into the national tournament. So I bailed on wearing them. I felt really bad. I'm sorry to this day, but I passed them on. I broke them in nicely after nationals, and I was wearing them at all my clinics. But then I was like, I can't. I'm never gonna be able to wear Rutgers wrestling shoes again. I'm not wrestling for Rutgers. So I passed them down to Sammy Alvarez this year, and he looked really good in them. So I passed them down. They got some better than I would have got out of them.
All right, so I think that he needs some mobbing wrestling shoes on one side, Anthony Ashnault on the other side. All
What
right.
if we? What if we? I don't know how he'll feel about this because I kind of know, but I could send him a scrap life pair. We could see what he could do with it, but I
Does
don't.
it work with only Adidas or no?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he'll do it.
Come on, man, you got to do it now. We're putting you on the spot, man. And I actually DM'd him months ago. I know he's super busy, man. I want to get some Cordoba train. I want to get some shoes done. I don't want to wear them. I just want to put them in a club somewhere.
You almost want to like
Reaching out to you again.
you want to put him in the frame like when everyone walks through the club.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
Adidas is ass. I thought you work with Adidas. Doesn't he work with Adidas?
I thought so. I don't know.
It was Adidas or
Hit me.
okay. We'll hit him up.
Slide in the DMs.
We'll hit you in the DMs. We'll
Yeah.
get some mobbing shoes for him, and then get
Nah. Is that nah to the scrap life shoes? I wonder. I don't
I
know.
think it's not Adidas. I think.
Man.
I don't know whose phone that is. I don't know if my phone beats that.
So what are you guys doing for club? Are you doing any virtual practices for some of your guys or anything?
Right now, that's all we're doing, man. Just doing virtual classes. Hopefully, trying to get back up. That's all we could do 3 days a week. I know you were working with a lot of little guys, and I know you guys had a ton of little guys that you rolled with that were doing kid states this year. And when they got canceled, that was probably hit you a little bit too. You probably had some little studs that you had going, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I work a lot with the Kenny brothers and Eddie Muscles, if you know him at all, any of those three.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I know Kenny. I know Kenny. Yeah, and super disappointed, man. About that happening. So it was a real big hit to us. But we'll be back. I mean, all those kids are young. We'll be back again. We'll get going. Um, so you have a podcast called
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's not really a podcast. Me and Coach Goodale started doing It's called the Wrestling Room, and we started to talk 2 weeks ago. So this will be our third week tomorrow, every Friday at noon. But it's something that we wanted to do, just to like give some people some positive talk right now, like you're doing right now, just positive wrestling talk, exposure, just the different topics that are happening in the wrestling room through this whole process, and also keep people a little positive about the sport and just positive in general. Time to just step away from whatever they're doing. Not really much right now, but like you need some mental breaks during this time. Um, a lot of downtime could be little depressing thoughts here and there. We're just trying to get positivity in whatever we can do with our platform. And we had some great guests. We had Todd Frazier on last week, and we got Frankie Yeager coming on tomorrow. So we got it going a little bit, but we don't really know what we want to do with it, honestly. Whether we're going to do it every week throughout the season or keep going with it, but right now it's just to do something fun, put something positive out there during this time frame, just kind of like what we're doing here.
Yeah, I've been having a new person on every day of the week. It gets it's a little tough because there's a lot of things that you got to talk about. I think if I ever do yesterday I put in my Instagram if I should do a podcast. A lot of people said yes. Had a couple people say no, and I asked the people who said no why they said no, and the reason why they said no was because they said they like the Instagram live where I can sit and talk to somebody face to face. People can ask questions, and we can kind of talk like this instead of doing it over a phone.
Yeah.
Their interviews are in person. So I don't know. It's something that I'm thinking about doing a podcast. I love talking wrestling, and during this time, there's nothing else to do anyway. So it might as well talk wrestling,
Yeah.
So that's something I don't know yet what I want to do as well. But I definitely want to slow it down maybe once or twice a week. Next week, I'm all week long, 5 days a week. I'm doing just club coaches, Steve Rivera, doing Donnie DeFilippis at Yale Street. I'm doing Empire, New York. Mike Krause, Mike Krause.
Yeah.
One of the best youth coaches. And then I got a strength and conditioning coach that's coming on to kind of talk about doing that for wrestling. And someone here asked if talk a little bit more about your YouTube. They want to know what platform you guys.
Oh, so we're Coach Goodell's on right now. Look at that. What's up, Coach Goodell?
What's up, Coach?
Yeah, get some rest for tomorrow,
big day
man.
tomorrow. Okay, so you
Big
got
day.
Frankie?
We got Frankie tomorrow. You could look on my Instagram. I'll put a post up after this, and the coach. It's on YouTube. It's a link on YouTube to watch live, and I'll provide that link. Or if you want to actually do like what we're doing right now, you could have your face pop up and ask a question live. You have to download the app on your iPhone or your Android. It's called FanCred, FANCRED. So it's called FanCred. I'll write it down in the comments here below.
Okay, yeah, write that down. I'm gonna write it down on my end over here too.
Goody the Goat from Nikki R16. What's up, Carly Ashnault?
Is that your sister or cousin?
Yeah.
Your sister? Nice.
That's my sister.
FanCred, right? You said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they download that first, and then they'll go on YouTube?
You could just go on YouTube and watch it live.
Okay.
But if you want to pop up and ask a question live and have your face pop up, you download that app, FanCred, and you could have your face pop right up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What time are you guys going on tomorrow?
12 noon.
12 noon. All right, make sure you guys are up early.
Hey, it's not early, though. You're not up before noon?
No, let me tell you, I am up before noon, but my sleep schedule is completely off. I'm up to like 3 in the morning. Like, just looking at wrestling or thinking about the next time I interview.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping right lately, man. It's not good.
Yeah. Because there's no pressure to get up in the morning.
For what?
Where you got to rush to?
There's nothing to get up for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like Groundhog Day. Same shit every day.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Nah, man, it's important to try to stay to a routine right now.
Yeah, 100%. So you have your podcast. You work with Scrap Life. Now with Eat Clean Bro, would you just kind of just work with them, just like whenever they want you to come by and?
Yeah, well, I would say like I'm like a sponsored athlete for them, kind of thing. I got the meal through them, and they definitely provide meals for me when in need, when I'm training and when I'm approaching competition, even more special, more prioritized, I guess. But we're like, I guess, yeah, they're one of my sponsors, man. They're great to me. They provide anything I ask for, any amounts of meals that I need for a certain tournament coming up or whatever it may be, training wise. They always answer the phone right away. Very professional. And even during this time, man, like they gave me an opportunity to give $150 of meals to a family in need. They're always trying to get back to the community, and that's like something that lines right up with things that I like to do, man. So I'm always doing different kinds of photo shoots with them or things that we're doing, donating our time to different charities or whatnot.
That's cool, man. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know who's. I don't know. Do you hear that static at all? My phone.
It might be me, man. I don't know.
No, it was good the whole time, and now it's kind of just jacked up. Hold on.
I had to plug my phone into the charge.
Yeah, that happened to yesterday. Sebastian Rivera, his phone died, and then he was on his mom's phone.
Ah,
Yeah,
clutch.
he had to go on his mom's phone. He was embarrassed about that, but
Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping. I got to train with him over the years a lot, so I'm hoping to be able to train with him this summer. Hopefully this stuff passes through and we could start getting out of the houses more and traveling a little bit within the state or something, and I could get some good goes with him.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be really nice. It's a great workout partner for you.
For sure.
There's a workout that you have. It's what's it called again?
Well, I've been working closely with my strength coach Mike DeMarco, strength coach for Rutgers. Just we're doing a lot of things that are simple within like only using one or two weights, dumbbells or kettlebells, where you can do a whole workout, little challenges here and there. And right now, we're really just trying to create a library of those kind of things and put them out there for people to be able to do during this time. And it's a little bit. We feel it's a little bit more motivating and goes a little farther when I put out the video or put out my time for it. Guys might want to try to beat it or just try to do the workout in general. So really, we're just trying to create that environment for wrestlers especially, but any athlete or any person, just that healthy lifestyle environment of working out and staying fit during this time.
Now, are those videos on your Instagram?
Yeah, I've been putting them on my Instagram. They're also getting put up on YouTube. If you follow the links and go to the YouTube page, then you have access to a bunch of free content within lifting and agility and mobility.
I think someone asked about that burner. What's that burner?
The Ashnault burner, that's 7 minutes. So you put 7 minutes on the clock like we're doing a college match kind of thing. And you do it just continuous exercises. You have like two dumbbells. I use 50-pounders, but it depends what you weigh and what you can handle. You could use whatever you want or whatever you have. And you do 7 hand cleans, power cleans, touching the weight on the floor, racking them on your shoulders. Then you do 7 lunges each leg. And then you put the weight down and do 14 push-ups. And you just do that as many rounds as you can for 7 minutes.
Nice, man. Wait, by any chance, do you have your national champion trophy anywhere in that room?
Nah.
You know what I mean? Damn.
Nah.
I see
It's in a box, honestly.
All right. I see your Devils jersey back
Yeah,
there.
I got the Devils jersey, and that little hat next to it. I got to go to Kazakhstan for an international trip.
Nice.
So
You know what was funny? I actually was at that Devils game that you were at.
you were there.
Yeah, I went randomly that day. Someone had season tickets. We're like, yo, you want to go to the game? I'm like, yeah, no problem. And then I'm like, I see the Zamboni coming around. I'm like, is that
Ashnault Soriano?
Dude, I was like, it caught me off guard, man. I'm like, I was just, I'm not even a Devils fan. I just went to that game.
Yeah.
And then that happened to be the game that you guys came out. How was that?
That was awesome. That jersey's sick. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I want to go to more Devils games so I could actually wear it. Like you can't just rock that thing,
All right. Well, my buddy's got season tickets, and they're literally 3 seats from the ice. So I'll get you some tickets, bro.
Sweet.
I mean, hopefully there's a game.
Yeah. Hopefully we can watch sports in the future.
Yeah. We'll get you some We'll get you some tickets. All right, guys, if you want to ask some questions, I mean, we're going to keep talking. If you guys want to ask some questions, Anthony, I don't know if you saw any on there that maybe that we didn't get a chance to ask, but if anyone's got any questions, we got about 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna be done.
Will Soriano represent Italy? I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure he missed the. There's like deadlines to apply to represent another country, and I think he missed those deadlines. So I'm pretty sure no, but I'm not positive. I think he wants to represent the United States of America.
This guy keeps showing up all over the world, though. He's like, "Where's Waldo?"
He's just, yeah, man.
Training.
He's got that persona about him. He definitely's got that going on. You know that like you don't know what he's thinking, where he's gonna be, kind of persona. Definitely what makes him a little bit intimidating.
I think hopefully we don't see him hanging off a balcony in Italy singing or DJ or something.
I see. Why did you pretend to shoot guns at your opponent versus Princeton? That was versus Oklahoma State, and I think
the Cowboys.
I did that because it was the Cowboys. There was no thought. It wasn't any thought behind it. Just let my mind go in the moment, and that's what happened.
See what happens when you say mobbing? They start trying to put it together.
Yeah,
mob and guns. No,
yeah,
guys.
They're like he's a bad
Cowboys.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah. All right, so I got a kid from my club. He says Sebastian Ver would have one-on-one him in Fortnite. Do you play Fortnite?
The Roosters. I don't play Fortnite.
That sucks.
I'm sorry. I stink at all shooting video games. I get excited. I see the person and my controller. I just like go straight to the ceiling.
Nice. Wait, did you answer that one? The SNHU wrestling?
Big fan, Anthony Ashnault. We love a shout out if possible. Coming up, college team trying to grow, man. No problem. I got you guys.
What college is that, guys?
SNHU.
Yeah, but do you know where that's at?
No, I'm gonna write it down in case I forget.
Right. If you can let us know where that college is, guys, we'll definitely shout it out. The Roosters.
Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking right now. College programs getting dropped with all this. That would be scary.
Yeah, what do you think about that Old Dominion thing, man?
Southern New Hampshire. I just hope it's not a trend that continues. I mean, I just don't want to see more college programs being dropped. We already have a few limited amount of them compared to other sports in Division One.
Southern New Hampshire University. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good luck, guys. Hopefully you guys keep going. I know that. I mean, the girl wrestling, man. The girl wrestling may help the freaking the colleges out. You can start getting some D1 college girls, and they can save some of the programs from dropping any Title IX shit.
Right. It's scary.
How are your goals with Reese Humphreys?
I tech him 10-0.
Nice.
What's up, Danny? Up there, I see you. Bang bang, yo dog.
How do you cool your nerves before a match? It's one of my girls in my wrestling program.
It's a great question, and it's something that winning a national title made me realize. No matter how good you get, no matter what's on the line, how well you prepared mentally, physically, you still have those nerves no matter what moment comes about. You still get those butterfly feelings, but it's more what you're telling yourself when those nerves come. Are you telling yourself that those nerves are going to cause you to have downfalls within your wrestling and screw-ups or negative consequences? Because when you have those thoughts, then you start going down just the wrong road mentally, and then by the time you approach the mat, it just doesn't come together. But for me, I realized in my senior year, like getting those thoughts, even knowing I was the best guy and constantly proving it week after week, I was just like, okay, like you're nervous, great. What are you gonna do when the whistle blows? You're gonna move your feet. You're gonna circle to the right. What's the plan? Like, how am I gonna score on this guy? How am I gonna open up? Oh, good, cool. Can't wait till I get on top. I'm gonna turn him. If I go to the second period, I'm gonna pick bottom. I'm gonna get out, and then you just kind of take yourself through the match, kind of like that little moments where you could have a little game plan that's not hitting a certain move, but more having an easy checkpoint that you could check off within your wrestling, like circling your feet or moving your hands or taking the first step forward, whatever it may be for you.
Nice. Those are good. I try to tell my kids the same thing, man. But I like hearing it from you. Hearing from a national champ, that's really good. Just want to talk to the guy from Southern New Hampshire. He said he started the program. Inbox me some of your info. I always got kids that are looking at wrestling in the college level, so definitely hit me up and give me some info. We got. Did you play any other sports as a kid?
Yeah, up until my sophomore year, I played baseball my whole life. I was a pretty good baseball player. I played Pop Warner football. I mean, I would say I was average, but I enjoyed playing with all my buddies till about seventh grade. After high school freshman year of baseball, I stopped playing and I took up golf, and I golfed my sophomore, junior, senior year of high school with wrestling. Um, and then in college, I just wrestled.
Nice. And then what do you think? What's your thoughts on kids playing other sports when they're younger? Obviously.
I love it, man. For me, it worked out, so I'm definitely an advocate for it. I think it creates a better total athlete, and this day and age, I think it's almost more important than it was when I was a kid because there's so much specialization in each sport that it's important for a kid to just grow in other areas of their life. They don't have to be just a wrestler at 8 years old. There's time to be a kid.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, everybody that's come on to talk to me, they said the same exact thing. Um,
And that's another reason why I love doing those like clinics. I don't look at it like I'm just going around the world. Like honestly, like when you said it, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't look at it I'm just going around the world on this world tour. I look at it like I'm going to change kids' lives. I think about it.
I don't know if he got a little frozen, if his phone died. See what he's got going. But keep asking the questions, guys. I'm not sure if his phone died. Um, but you guys got a lot of good questions. I know he's a little frozen. I'm not sure if he's frozen on your end. Hopefully his phone didn't die. If it did die, if not, yeah, he left. So his phone might have died. Let's see if he comes back on again. You guys got a lot of good questions, man. I mean, I like hearing everything about him. He's definitely, yeah, he definitely disconnected. Let's see if he comes back on again. Maybe his phone died. I don't know. We'll wait for him. If you guys want to hang around and see, he should definitely be back. So don't go anywhere. Um, you know, I think he's the face of Jersey. I honestly do. I really do think. And then you know what? A lot of you guys are asking questions about Soriano. I would love to have Soriano back. Who wouldn't want to have Soriano back? You know, he's one of the other most popular Jersey guys out there. You got two guys on that team with 4 state titles. I mean, going there every day to watch these guys at the rack was amazing. I'd like to go back one more year and watch him. I was talking to my fiance about it. I said, in a dream world, can you guys imagine this? Can you imagine this in a dream world? Could you imagine if Soriano, okay, Sammy Alvarez, and Sebastian Rivera were a 3-hit combo for Rutgers? Imagine everybody went up a couple different weight classes. I know they're all kind of the same weight class. But imagine that you had Alvarez at 33. Imagine you had at 41, you had who did I say? 41? Um, oh yeah, exactly. Mekhi Lewis is another one too. Sammy Alvarez, Soriano, okay, and Sebastian Rivera. Imagine that 3-hit combo. Yeah, Jans. I mean, listen, I'm just talking about the 3-hit combo that these guys can have. I mean, that would be insane. Okay, and then having Janzer in there, and then I heard they got this recruit that's coming in for heavyweight. It's freaking stud they got coming in. Um, you know, you know, they can turn around this year. Cassie at heavyweight, yeah, they could have a stud team, man. I mean, but that would be something. Everything would have to fall in line for that to happen. For that to happen, Kassar at heavyweight. Imagine he gets another year. I don't think he wants to wrestle again though. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be wrestle another year. But if these guys were on a team together and Rutgers will be back up there again, and they'll be contending, Cornell seems to have all the guys now. They have all the guys now that Jersey guys. They have 3 Jersey guys, 4 Jersey guys on their teams that are up there now, and they're gonna be the team next year. You'll see. And what are you guys' thoughts on Anthony? What do you guys think about the interview going on? Is there any questions that hey man, it's Ashnault. My phone died. I'm sorry. Well, Ed, if you want to get back on that phone, we'll put you in if you want. Just go in and just come back in if you want. He's in. He's back. What did you guys think of the interview so far? I mean, you got to get some more questions for me, man. The Pittsburgh versus Rutgers rivalry is great for the sport. It's amazing for the sport. All right. I talked to Coach Goodell. It's going to be something that's going to be for the next couple of years. It's going to be a rivalry between both of them. They're going to go back and forth. And like I told Scott Goodell, that's a good thing that Princeton has that team, because if Rutgers was slowing down at all, it's only going to propel them up. Got someone on their tail now, and they're just going to keep going up and up and up and up. All right, he's back in, so we're good. All right, here we go. Make sure you got good questions, guys. We gotta keep them on.
Bad brother. My bad, brother.
No, I wait. I don't know if you're on yet. It says you're connecting. I don't see you yet.
Hold on, I'm frozen.
Yeah, hold on. It says connecting.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't see you. Guys, let me answer some until he gets his screen back up. Give him some questions. At least we could hear him, and then we'll wait for him to get on. Going Jersey Wrestling for great youth to watch. Of course, man. Of course, it's great to watch. I expect that Rutgers and that Princeton match in years to come to have 10,000 fans or more. That's going to be a serious time.
Oh yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I went to the Princeton Rutgers match.
We lost him again. What? Yeah. Yeah, guys. Phone dying over here. All right, here we go. I want to ask him about that Rutgers Princeton. What his thoughts on that rivalry? Coach, thanks for the amazing interviews. Thanks, man. Thank you, guys. I love having you guys on. I'm gonna do a little thing tomorrow myself. We're gonna talk some wrestling, see what we could do to better improve these podcasts and go from there. See what we can do. Are you on right now, Ed?
Yeah, I think I'm frozen again now.
You're on, but do you see anything on the screen at all?
Nah, I see you perfectly, man. I'm just not.
It says connecting. I don't know what's wrong. I guess until you fix that up, we'll take like a couple more questions. What are your thoughts on Ryan Deacon?
He's great, man. He's super good. I went out to Northwestern to train with him and Sebastian, and he's a stud, dude. He's really good. I think he was winning the national title for sure this year.
They told you to go on the roof. Maybe you'll get better service.
Huh.
What made you decide? Are you still on? He's gone again. All right. I don't know. We're going to try it one more time. If we can't get him on, then we're going to wrap this up and we'll do it again another time. But I got a couple people here asking what made him go from 65 kilo to 74 kilo. Let's ask him and see what he thinks. I don't know if he's a big weight cutter, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, guys, we're just kind of doing these interviews. I'm trying to just get inside the mind of all these guys, kind of think about what they think about their training. What do they do? What do they eat? Stuff like that. How they train, how they condition, kind of stuff like that. We're going to try it one more time. Says it's connecting to him one more time. So if it doesn't go through this time, then we'll just cut it up. We'll cut it out. Yeah. I'm not sure if you're get it to work. We're just going to, what we'll do is we'll just take 5 more questions.
My iPhone's back on. I'm going to come back on mine. I feel bad.
Back on yours?
I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right. It's all right. Just, we'll wait for you.
What's going on?
All right, he's gonna come back on his. Everybody going to the senior year. Yeah. So listen, I'm doing this for you guys. I really want you guys to kind of just get in the mind of these guys, kind of just like see what they think going through matches, before matches, and everything. So I hope you guys are enjoying it, and we're gonna keep doing it until we never stop doing it. All right, there you are.
My bad, brother.
No, it's all good, man. It's all
I
good.
didn't. I'm staying at 65 kilograms though, so whatever the confusion is there.
Yeah, they asked, did you decide to go 65 kilo or 74 for Olympic trials? Yeah, you're gonna stay at 65. Nice.
Yeah, man. I'm not a big weight cutter at all. I'm a anti weight cutter. If anything, I went 149 my senior year. I woke up out of bed like naturally like 155. So
Nice, nice.
yeah.
We'll just take a couple more questions, so we'll let you go. You got anything? While we wait for some questions, you got anything that you want to say? Anything about you wrestling, New Jersey wrestling, Rutgers wrestling, whatever.
No, man. I love Jersey wrestling. Just want to see us continue to be in the mix of the top state in the nation for wrestling up and down the age groups and seeing more and more guys go off to college and being all Americans and national champs. Of course, hopefully we could continue that trend. We've always been one of the more dominant states. So I
How,
do
how,
not
how
do
do we
my
keep
part to
our
do
guys?
that.
How do we keep our guys in state, man? What do we got to do to keep these guys in there? I know the NJRTC is a big thing. Is that definitely will help, right?
Yeah, I mean, not everyone's meant to stay in state too. So you want to keep everyone in state. Like that was a big thing we battled with at Rutgers, trying to keep everyone in state. It's always the thing. But at the end of the day, not everyone's meant to stay in the state. Not everyone wants to be close to their family. Not everyone had the best family, whatever their situation is. So you want to get the best
Yeah.
guys in state, but it's not always the best situation. So I think moving forward, we're going to continue as a program at Rutgers. They're going the coaching staff does a great job of always getting better. They're going to continue to get the best guys that fit their team and the roster they're looking for. They've always done a great job with recruiting, but I think that you're going to start seeing them expand more out of state. To be honest with you, and starting to penetrate. You look in our roster now; it's 85% NJ guys, maybe 90%. So I think in the future you might see that starting to see more guys out of state on that roster.
We were talking about a fantasy lineup for next year for Rutgers. If the Rumorville, maybe if Sebastian Rivera would come back to Jersey for his last year. Uh,
Oh, that's a rumor.
it's a rumor. It's a rumor going
Yeah,
around. It's a rumor going around.
that'd
I
be
talked.
sick.
That's a rumor going around, and we were talking about what if Sammy Alvarez, Soriano, and Sebastian Rivera back to back to back.
Yo, Paulie, thanks for joining, buddy. We got a Rutgers basketball player on here,
What's
stud
up,
this year.
Paulie? What's going
They
on?
were they were about to make the national tournament, man. They made and pretty much got the job done and got it pulled from them. So that stinks too. Feel
Yeah,
for those guys.
I
But
was
that would be,
following a lot this year. I was watching a lot of their games, man.
dude. I went to two of their games. I wish I went to more. It almost made me get season tickets for next year. Like they're exciting. They're young. It's gonna only help wrestling for sure. Having a good basketball program, man. That rack is electric. You think it's loud for wrestling matches, man? Like those basketball games are loud and they're full every game. Not just 6,000, like 8,000 to the top, fully full.
Well, I went to the Rutgers game at MSG
Yeah,
after the match. That was insane.
they're fun too.
Yeah, that was my first Rutgers game I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
the basketball games are fun, man. I'm excited to see what they do in the future. But having a roster like that, if that Soriano, if any truth to that Rivera thing, that'd be awesome, man. For me, I'm a little bit biased, man. Like that would help me be a better wrestler, getting to train with Sebastian Rivera every day. Um, that would definitely be upside for me. So I'll look forward to that. I hope that something like that could happen. And even if that doesn't happen, I could see maybe after his last season at Northwestern, he's definitely going to want to come home, whether it's training to fight in Frankie's camp or coming to wrestle in different and regional training center closer to home. He's a homebody just like me. I know that. So he misses the Jersey Shore. Hopefully we get him back home either this year or next.
Nice, nice, nice. Paul Munchie, I'm a fan too of the program. So is he back next year? This guy?
Yeah, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman. Is he a Jersey guy?
Yeah, he went to New Jersey high school. I feel like we had this conversation. I don't think I think he's from PA, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Paul, what town do you live in?
I'm gonna
Hopefully he
add you
didn't
on
leave
Instagram.
us.
I'm gonna
Hopefully he
add
didn't leave
Paul on
us.
Instagram, and I'll get him. I'll follow him. See if watch his career go on, man. I'm
Yeah,
very excited about that program too.
yeah, he's a stud.
So you didn't get it. You didn't get your. You were a year away from you getting that new wrestling.
Bayonne, shoot.
I was in Bayonne, New Jersey. I was a Hudson County guy like me. I'm a
Yeah,
Kearney guy from Kearney.
yeah,
Bayonne, we're close. We're close to each other.
yeah.
Nice.
I seen you actually on that bridge in Bayonne, put up a story or something.
Who's that? Paul? Oh, this guy, Paul.
Yeah, I saw him. I
Oh,
saw him.
nice, man.
Correct.
The I was saying about you wrestle. You didn't get your. You were a year away from being at the new wrestling facility.
Yeah, and like in my eyes, it's like it would have been great to go there, but it's almost more rewarding that I was able to do it. Not like in that it was like harder to do, but we didn't have the fanciest equipment. We didn't have the best wrestling room. We didn't have the hoopla, man. I just did it with what we had, and it was enough. And validation in Coach Goodale, Coach Leonardis, Coach Pollard, of course, Coach Pritzloff too, but just the guys that were there for 10, 12 years, and the recruits like Scotty Winston and Meldies and my brothers and Langle, Delafov, up and down the years, man. All those guys put all that work in to have the validation that it was something that works and is proven. It was a good feeling. So as much as I wanted to be in the new facility, it's almost a reward. It was like, yeah, you broke the top 10, you got 2 national champs. Here's a new facility now. Let's see what you can do with it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of it that way. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it helped for your recruiting, especially, man.
Oh, it's something I looked for, man. When I was making pros and cons at 16, 17 years old, I wrote Michigan, great facility, Rutgers, basement. Like, you think about those things as a kid.
Well, I think it just made you Jersey stronger in a way,
Yeah.
as weird as that is to say. But I mean, it's just being rugged and being in a room like that, and you did what you did in that room, and So I mean, so I'm gonna wrap this up. It was great talking to you, man. I'm gonna definitely see you around. I see you at some of the youth tournaments. Hopefully, we'll get back into the swing of things, and we'd love to have you in the room. I know my kids would love to have you in the room. Good luck with all the with the wrestling room and your YouTube channel that you guys doing. I hope you guys keep doing it because like you said, more positive things we talk about wrestling, the better.
Yeah, you should call in tomorrow. We could chat it up.
All right, yeah. What time you be on tomorrow? 12?
Well, Frankie will be right on at 12, and he'll come on for like 15, 20 minutes, and then me and Goodale for another like 30 or full hour.
So you guys about an hour on there?
Yeah, man. Come call in, bro.
Definitely. Let me see what time I go to bed tonight. Because I'll be thinking about this interview and I'll be thinking about wrestling. That's all I ever think about in my mind. So, well, it was great having you, man. I mean, you're our national champ, and
I appreciate that, man, a lot. I really appreciate the kind words.
And us, be having a wrestling club. We're gonna want our kids to be just like you, and we're gonna want them. You're a great guy to look up to. You're a humble guy, and just keep involved with New Jersey wrestling. I mean, we always will love you, man, and want you around. So thank you. Congratulations again. And hope nothing but the best. Stay healthy with you and your family and your girlfriend. And we'll be seeing good things for your stuff.
Yeah, thank you, man. Stay healthy to you guys too. Good luck to all your athletes at your club, man. Even if you're doing virtual practice, you want me to hop on from my basement and run one of them, I'd love to, man.
That'd be awesome, man. I appreciate that very much. I'll maybe see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon.
Sounds good, bro.
All right, man. See you later, guys.
See ya.
DM him your names, guys, if you want to follow, or you could DM me.
Professor Cornier, thanks for joining. The Root of Excellence.
Which one's that one right there?
The Root of Excellence. Great follow right there.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
He was one of my professors in school. Now he's a friend. He's a great guy.
Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, he definitely is a humble champ. Awesome. All right, bro. Thanks again. And we'll see you around, man.
All right, see you later.
You got to leave us with a mobbing. I guess you got to say, man.
Schnalty be mobbing out.
Nice, bro. Peace out, man.